Alright, it's me, Static Rez, and we're back with more Lies of P DLC. I know I'm late. Um, yeah, I got up early enough. I was up at like 6:30, but my stomach doesn't allow me to do much of anything within the first hour I wake up, so fun times. Now, I believe we left off with, we had two pathways. One that was within a was found on top of a boat, and the other one was a through an ice path, which then I think split up again, where I could go into another boat or I could go further on the ice. Which I think I'll go further on the ice, just because it seems like the more dangerous route, and I'd rather get that out of the way. And we can go that way, and then I can teleport back there, check up that one. I'm sure there's fish assholes somewhere.
Oh, fish! I have won! I caught you!
Oh, no, they're not gonna see that's the whale.
Oh, fish! I have won! I caught you! Fish, you and I, for 3 days and 3 nights we battled. I never slept nor ate. I fought and fought until I triumphed. They all said I would never catch any fish. But I am a fisherman. The last fisherman of Krat. If not I, then who? I rode out to prove that even the greatest fish of the sea could not defeat me. Indeed, I did. I caught it. I fought the beast for 3 days and 3 nights. No food, no sleep. In the end, I caught it with my bare hands. A great toll is taken on my body. Why? Because I am a fisherman, of course. The petrification disease, carcass monsters, none of that matters. Any day the sun also rises, so does the tide. And a fisherman must head to sea to bring in the catch. That's what I wanted to teach the fools in the village. You would help an old man? Refreshing in one so young. All right, go to the village and find that foolish brat, Manolin. Find him and tell him I caught the fish. And get the beer he holds for me. After battling this fish for 3 days, I am exhausted.
Hopefully not dead tired.
It's time to celebrate my triumph, and a beer is just what I need.
We'll get you that beer, my friend. Oh, was not expecting a boss fight.
How in the world are you still alive? You really are one of the luckiest fellows I've ever met. All that effort to stop you down the drain. Proud of yourself? It's no great mystery, lad. For myself, obviously. Wait, you expected some grand speech on justice, honor, and duty? Meaningless concepts in this world. No speeches, just action. I just need to carry out my part in Sir Simon's grand plan. And then, I'll reap all the rewards I have sown. Whoever lives, dies, or fights means nothing to me. Let us take you, for example. You think your story means anything? You are a nuisance, to be disposed of. A nobody. Veronique was a nuisance too. One who dug too deep. The legendary stalker and the leader of the sweepers. Two troublesome sides of the same coin. It is indeed unfortunate that my trap built for two snared only one. That so-called legend, Leia Florence, evaded my scheme. But you know where she is. Don't you? I'm so glad you mentioned this. Of course, I too want only peace. You see, I abhor violence. We are not savages, my good fellow. I am grateful the alchemist dealt with Veronique. I find such things distasteful. Now, it's your turn. And what could be a more peaceful solution than you simply not resisting and allowing me to do what I must?
I don't know, like, but...
You truly are a nuisance, and in more ways than one. But the games end here. Now, on to more legendary challenges, for she too
Slippery.
will die.
Well, at least it's not a far run back. But somehow I missed all those parries. That's alright, I haven't fought anything yet, so I gotta get back in the groove.
You truly are a nuisance, and in more ways than one. But the games end here. Behold, an elixir of great power, crafted by the most brilliant alchemist as reward for my contributions. You know far too much. It's time for you to die. Human beings can only keep secrets when they're buried with them. Everything else gets out.
Okay, when he goes down, I need to switch so I can swap with the Carcass. Well, is he technically Carcass? Or is he still human? I'll switch to Carcass, just in case.
You truly are a nuisance, and in more ways than one. But the games end here. Behold, an elixir of great power, crafted by the most brilliant alchemists as reward for my contributions. Human beings can only keep secrets when they're buried with them. Everything else gets out. You know far too much. It's time for you to die. What is happening?
Getting there. I need to do better on phase 1 though. Maybe I'll use more shotgun on phase 1.
You truly are a nuisance, and in more ways than one. But the games end here.
It's so hard.
Now, on to more legendary challenges, or she too will die.
He doesn't get staggered very easily. I want my guy to go further back when I do the shot, but he does not move. The guy has a lot of forward momentum when attacking.
You truly are a nuisance, and in more ways than one. But the games end here. Behold, an elixir of great power, crafted by the most brilliant alchemist as reward for my contributions. Now, on to more legendary challenges,
God, he's being so
or she
aggressive.
too will die.
I wish my arm would charge faster.
You truly are a nuisance, and in more ways than one. But the games end here. Behold,
Did you just...
an elixir of great power,
Literally
crafted
just
by the
made me
most
not
brilliant
fight back.
alchemist as reward for my contributions.
It's so far.
You know far too much. It's time for you to die.
The explosions are so big. Maybe I should go forward instead of back. Maybe I should save shopping for phase 2, because he does not have very many openings in phase 1. Phase 2, at least,
You
he
truly are a
stops and
nuisance,
talks or...
and in more ways than one. But the games end here. Behold, an elixir of great power, crafted by the most brilliant alchemist as reward for my contributions. You know far too much. It's time for you to die. On to more legendary challenges, or she too will die.
What was he, one hit from changing? Oh, no, because he goes down to 25% health and then goes back up to half. I forgot. This first at 60, I think it's like 60%, then he goes back to 75. Then I knock him down to like 25 and then he goes up to 50.
You truly are a nuisance, and in more ways than one. But the games end here.
On, man.
Behold, an elixir of great power, crafted by the most brilliant alchemist as reward for my contributions. What is happening?
That was close.
Please, my dear, good, kind fellow, hear me out, please. I can explain everything. All of it. Please, just don't kill me. All this happened. All of it. Because of the alchemist and that damned infighting. I had to pick a side. Don't you see? I'd have ended up like Veronique. Or your precious legend. I had to choose. I chose Simon's side. I only did what he commanded. Please, I beg for mercy. If I did evil, it was not of my design, it was them. This isn't common knowledge. But when Valentinus ran things, she was... what was it? Off limits. Whatever she got up to, we were told to ignore it. To pretend it wasn't happening. But even as Simon gathered more power and influence, she remained loyal to Valentinus, and when she and Simon came into direct conflict, a bounty was quietly and unofficially placed on her head. Competition was fierce. Veronique's faction targeted her repeatedly, and our side couldn't disobey orders. This is a mistake. But how? The alchemist gave me this elixir, no middleman, for the cure. It was complete. Worked on carcasses, they said. I was to have a stronger body, one immune to disease and infection. I was to become power. But no. It must have been a mistake. They gave me the wrong one. The wrong elixir. I must have treatment. I must. My good, kind fellow. Please. Sir.
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. Fuck off. Oh, it says it doesn't matter. Well, you can't get treatment, so you'll stay a monster. And you're probably going to be a problem to other people if you stay a monster so much.
No. How could you? You promised. You promised you would let me live. Please. Please. They promised. The alchemists. I must go to them. I must go to them and get my cure. No. I was chosen.
I'll be honest, it's the terrible conclusion that schemers like him face in the end. What a fall from grace. He had everything. Why throw it all away like this?
Guess he's a dipshit. Switch the carcass. Simply dodging gives you a charge on the buff. I wonder when I'm going to come across another Brotherhood or Black Rabbit door. Too much tight quarter shit. I've learned the devil's method. The subject's body must be fresh, minimum post-mortem time. The container must have a close resemblance to the subject. Appearance is key. The essence acquired from the subject must have been produced before death. If this is true, only one element is missing, and it requires a discretion I can't begin to imagine, but must. Am I cursed? Is this retribution for letting myself be blinded by grief and working with the alchemist's devils? But without her pain, I'd have had no reason to go on. Send me back to my child. Alas, I cannot. But I can still get the child back myself. If so, that is the only course I can take. I will have no choice but to make this my singular purpose. Well, that's clearly Geppetto. Excuse me? I'm gonna give up. Butterfly here. Okay, another disc. Oh, that's amazing. Can I attack now? And against the wall. Wow. Well, at least one of you fell. Well, that was fucking annoying. Just dodge, dodge. Bang, 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 bang. I'm past everyone here. it's not an instant hit kill. Did I get through the gauntlet? Did I make it? For fuck's sake. Wanted Alidoro. Apprehend immediately upon discovery. Fugitive fled after inflicting serious damage upon the order. Multiple charges have been filed, including theft of confidential information, destruction of property, abduction and luring of order members, defamation against the order. Wanted dead or alive. No liability shall be assigned regarding his condition. That seems fishy. I really hate enemies that have the instant stagger attack. Like, oh, I did this thrust attack. That means you get instantly friggin' staggered even though you have stamina. Like, the only other enemy that gets that is the guy with the sword that's like a gauntlet. Only other one. Sure, and it's fucking offline. The document contained herein must be sent with high priority. This folio must be transported aboard the Archon fleet. Assessment of Simon by the order. Path of God Research Compendium Books 1 through 3. Research paper. Physical alterations arising from Ergo. Comparative experiment. Awakened puppets and the ego of Ergo. Report on experiment number 7 regarding the cause of carcass mutations. Case collection, carcass mutations resulting from side effects of the cure. Financial report of the order. Ergo transaction statement. Copies of letters and notes concerning Simon's close associates. Final list of Simon's followers. Coming up here. There's a guy there. Another. You know what? I should spend my souls. I guess they want me to go there, but. Need 7,000. We'll go up top here and kill the guys. Considering I think I only have the top of the ship to explore, and then technically done because I don't think I can get back now. Oh no, no, I can walk across. Who are these guys? Yeah, that's the dagger guy. I definitely want to fight him alone. Okay, so that other thing is taking me towards the lighthouse, which I don't want to go to yet. That's the stab I don't like. Another weapon. I was gonna say, please don't kill me. Let's see, that's where I got the save. Nice dogs, more ships. That must be the village the guy's talking about, and that takes me to the lighthouse. Oh, there's a giant dead whale. I'm assuming that's supposed to be the whale that swallowed Pinocchio. Even though technically this isn't Pinocchio. You know what? I know I have enough to level, but you know, no, I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna hold off. I'll go check over there a bit. I want to teleport to the other stargazer that I didn't go. Okay, next is gonna be capacity again. Yeah, let's teleport back to Painting Lady. Well, I wasn't expecting to fight and beat a boss within the first hour of streaming. Actually, I wouldn't have expected him to be waiting in one of these wrecked ships. So that's interesting. Cool game. You gonna keep freezing for no reason? Like, anytime I go to interact with someone, the game wants to freeze. The one who showed such kindness to this blind painter had lost her light. After you returned my lost art supplies, I became inspired and finished my painting. This painting. Time passes, I am certain the world will acknowledge its truth. To that end, please show this painting to as many people as possible. And I got a record. Yeah, I guess I'll head back. This guy can decrypt another one of these things. Oh, I guess I also have an ancient disc. Or do I have two? I forget, but we have more stuff to bring to this guy. Curious though, where... Oh, I was gonna say, where do you want me to put the painting? For fuck's sake, game. Really wish you would stop fucking doing that. No. No. Put as many to +7 as I can. No motivity crank. Activity. Technique, which I'd also have. Do have advanced. I can do this one at least. Alright, I'm gonna go talk to someone else. You gonna freeze again? You get
Any enemy of the alchemists. This is a surprise. None of the keys I have fit this cipher machine. I thought I'd gathered nearly all of them. Perhaps one of the alchemists or one of their associates possesses the key. They often conceal cipher keys in their clothing. If you bring me the garments of any suspicious persons, I'm sure I can reveal the secret pockets. I can't believe the leader of the bastards was conspiring with the alchemists. I never realized their interests had become so entwined. Well, let me take a look at those clothes for a moment. You see this double lining? It contains a hidden pocket for hiding valuables. I'd hoped I wouldn't locate the key to this cipher machine inside. It would appear the noble reputation of the leader of the bastards was a facade. I'll decrypt it right away, so we can see what heinous deeds he was hiding. Lumacchio didn't simply cooperate with the alchemists. It appears he was Simon's hunting dog, stalking and killing those opposed to the alchemists. I am truly disappointed in Lumacchio. I thought him destined to become a shining pillar of light atop Krat. Considering who the lighthouse keeper betrayed, I doubt he escaped unscathed. Unless, of course, he'd prepared a hideout. If so, the only piece of advice I can give for finding its whereabouts is to put yourself in the shoes of the lighthouse keeper.